Well, you're very cutthroat. I mean, where you're from, like you guys are like, if you do something wrong towards me once, like you're done. But in America, I feel like we're very forgiving.
That means you don't have to deal with constant, problems, constant friction if it's not needed to.
Well, it's hard when it's family, but yes.
So how are you guys doing? How are you feeling? I know the season just premiered. So how are you feeling watching back just the first episode?
Very, very excited. Yeah. Once again, we are so stoked to show everybody the story.
What we've been doing.
Yeah. Even though there's some sad parts about it, there's always problems. Problems never go around us. We're still managing it. We're still going forward.
Definitely. And Elizabeth, you are trying to embark on a new career, right? You want to get into singing. So tell me all about that and how is it going?
Yeah, so I got to a point, obviously now I'm very pregnant, but I got to a point where I wanted to just find something that made me happy because I felt like with everything with my family that was going on, I was really stressed and I didn't want that seeping into my relationship with our daughter, Ellie. So I was like, what can I do for myself to better myself? And so I'm like, I love singing. That's how I always kind of dealt with it with like anxiety and stuff. So I kind of just wanted to dip more into that. And it's been going well. And we've been doing a lot of creative stuff with it, with like YouTube and things like that. So
yeah, but main focus is launching, her into the media because that's where we actually found ourselves that we can implement our daughter and you can actually do
so I'm not
together.
Like just not spending enough time with Ellie or something like that, and she loves singing too, so I was like, maybe we do it together.
We will.
Definitely. Is there somebody that you want to have a career like that you kind of aspire to?
No, I mean, if you would have asked me when I was 12, I'd be like, oh, Britney Spears or like Fiance or something like that. But no, now that I'm older and I have a family and priorities, it's,
I think you have a wonderful voice.
Thanks, baby.
And, it's equal to all of this, stars. But I think it's kind of, late already, in the lifetime to start such a big career.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive too.
I wasn't trying to do anything like that. Obviously, I'm a mother now and I have priorities, but it's so sweet for me because I see that our daughter Ellie loves to sing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I see myself in her at that age. And so it just makes me more proud and happy.
Definitely. Do you plan on releasing an album or anything like that? Or just kind of doing it for fun right now?
I think we should do
We're still working on that.
Yeah. I think it's going to come up someday, but we'll do a thing like that too.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, you're a little busy right now. You got another baby on the way. Are you still working in real estate too, or no?
No, she actually got off of a boat.
I still kind of help my dad here and there, but I slowly but surely.
For me, even the work has become so automized. I can do it from home. I don't even have to go anywhere. I just, it's all about the capital. It's all about moving the teams to one place and another. And you just have to do it again and again and again. And, and that's all it is. It's,
honestly,
it's no more renting part. It's already, it's the flipping, the investing. It's like an investment more like a flipping.
Right. My dad and Andrei are super close now, probably more than we are. And they talk all the time. And so it's I kind of just took a step back for a moment. I'm like, all right, you guys, I'm glad that you have your relationship. It was a long time coming. So it's happy to see it. It's good to see them work together and,
Yeah, but I like what you're doing too, the YouTube. So that's why I have to get involved. That's why I'm getting involved.
Of course, because you're a control freak. You have to get involved.
Did you ever think when this relationship started that you would have a good relationship with Elizabeth's dad? Did you ever think that would get to that point?
I really have never thought that I would get along with Chuck that well. I was thinking, maybe it would take some time because they're it's a difference of culture and, we'll have to prove ourselves to each other. I don't know how they do it here in America, but that's probably how it is. Because literally a couple of years, I was thinking that, I'm probably gonna see him once in 5 years, if we will.
Yeah.
But right now we're cool. We're very close. Yeah.
It's just crazy for me because obviously when we first met and we were talking, I got to know him and I'm like, oh my gosh, him and my dad would totally hit it off just with different things that they agreed on and just the conversations we would have. And then when they met and it was the opposite, I was like, what? Like, I don't think that that's like how it should have been. But then slowly but surely they somehow found a common ground, and now they're like super buddy buddy. And I'm like, I knew you guys would.
Well, he actually explained to me, like we got one time we were smoking a cigar, and like, and he actually told me what is it all about. He says, I'm a father, and like I'm extremely protective of my children, especially because she's like my youngest daughter, and that's why you got it so hard. And I was like, Chuck, come on, like I got it so hard. You have to just like, no. She's like, yeah, but like you have to go like to get in the circle. And I was like, to it.
And you're from another country.
Yeah, difference of culture.
He had speculations, and
he didn't think that I would be like so.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But he trusts me at the end of the day. So
definitely. How is your father feeling?
My dad, he's great. He is thriving in business. He is just. Actually, he's like living it up right now.
Yeah, he's a bachelor.
My dad's a ladies' man. He's a bachelor. Yeah. He's just like, he's so funny. He's always like doing something or like going somewhere, and he's like,
he's
hey,
talking
I'm here,
to a lot
partying.
He's talking to a lot of women, but he doesn't he doesn't execute. He doesn't go on dates.
No.
He like most of the time he will not go on dates, but he will talk to a lot of women, but not on dates.
I feel bad for the women he talks to because they probably think they're gonna like get married to him. Like, he just wants to like chat and.
We actually will see, like some glimpse of, of a little bit of Chuck's personal life.
This season.
You mentioned, Andrei, that business is going well, but what are your thoughts on some criticism or, fans, viewers' criticism of your work ethic sometimes? What do you have to say to that?
Well, I want to say that you guys are not seeing the whole spectrum of things. Mm-hmm. And how much work I do. I don't have to show it on my media. I don't have to, you don't have to see me picking up a hammer, because I already pick up my laptop, and that's enough for me. I'm working like from a laptop and with a phone. That's all I need, and I can work from any point of the world. So that means I can enjoy my life while I'm working at the same time.
Definitely. I mean, what can you tease about this season? I mean, we see that, that somebody might be trying to sabotage your marriage. There's a chance of deportation. What can you kind of tease about what happens there?
It's going to be an amazing season once again. There's a lot of problems that has to be dealt with immigration particularly, and there's going to be a lot of reveals concerning the family members, mm-hmm. and which I promised before I will do it. I just wanted to it took some time to realize what kind of people we're dealing with, and it's gonna be intense once again.
It seems like the more you get on and the more successful you become, how you really see people's true colors that are surrounding you. So we'll just say that.
Yeah.
Is that a hard pill to swallow at times?
It is, especially when it's your family.
Yeah, it's very hard
for me.
For her, because I see her. It hurts her. It's
well, you're very cutthroat. I mean, where you're from, you guys are like, if you do something wrong towards me once, you're done. But in America, I feel like we're very forgiving, multiple times. But Yeah,
but that means you don't have to deal with constant, problems, constant friction if it's not needed to.
Well, it's hard when it's family, but yes, in general, yeah.
Yeah. Are you estranged from a lot of members of your family at the moment then?
Yes.
We kind of go back and forth, honestly, but it's been not so great.
It's been not so great, but there is somebody, but we still.
Let's just say I'm getting older. I'm more mature. I have my own family, and I see things through a different lens now than I used to when I was younger, and so I'm learning more about my family and who's around me, and I just see it differently.
I think that's a lot of. I'm gonna take the credit for that because you lived the whole life in that environment, and now, but I came in, I'm gonna take credit for the fact that I opened her eyes more. She knew that there was something, but I did more for you so you can understand that where the negativity comes from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Older and wiser, definitely. But very exciting news. You are having a baby boy. How are you feeling?
Yes.
How many more weeks do you have? Is this pregnancy a lot different than your first time around?
I have about 5 weeks left. I am so exhausted. I feel like this pregnancy is more difficult. I don't know if it's because I have a toddler within the mix of everything or if it's because it's a boy. I don't know, but I'm definitely more exhausted and, I have a lot of
I'm tired.
I have to eat every 2 hours. And it's totally his son because he eats so much. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
All right, I'm going on the diet later, okay? I'm going on a diet.
It's heavy stuff. It's not even healthy things that I would normally eat. It's I crave these things and I'm like, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat a cheeseburger every day. But it's
Do you have everything ready for a baby boy's arrival?
Yeah, we're about halfway there, but
we're kind of a last minute people.
Yeah. And it's hard. We have Ellie and it's
and we have other problems that comes with that. So we have to deal with other possibilities of things happening,
But I had to buy everything new, obviously, because everything I had with Ellie was all pink. And so now I'm trying to do more neutral colors.
Right. So some gray,
Yeah, that's what happened to me too. I have an older daughter and a younger son, so everything I had to rebuy everything because everything was pink.
I saved everything too. I'm like, maybe if we have another kid, it'll be a girl. Nope. And so our whole garage has all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with it.
We have to give it away.
Exactly. How does Ellie feel about being a big sister?
She's so excited. Mm-hmm. She actually refers to herself as sister.
Yeah.
So if you say Ellie or any nickname that she has, she's like, no, I'm sister. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
That's adorable.
She's super independent as a personality. She's very strong-willed.
She thinks so. Yeah, she thinks
she is, and she's very bossy. And I feel like she's going to be so much help. Mm-hmm. And she's been playing a lot with her dolls lately and pretending to change the diapers. And I'm like, this is good practice.
Definitely.
You think she's going to be able to change the diaper?
Baby, I think she will. I really do. She's determined. She's a very determined kid.
Oh my God, 3 years of that, or how many, 2 or 3 years? It's coming. It's coming our way.
Definitely. Is there anything that makes you nervous about having two?
I feel like for me, I have a lot. I can
more responsibility.
Have a lot of mom guilt sometimes. I'm not paying enough attention, or do they have everything they need? Just the typical things that moms go through. And with two, I'm like, oh my gosh, is Ellie going to get neglected because I'm not paying enough attention to her? And so I just feel like we have to work really, really hard together to make sure that we're giving them both utmost attention, because Ellie's used to only just being her.
Well, she started going to school. She has other, activities that she does. So I cannot pull her out from that. And, it's a perfect time to have a newborn, because, the other one is already preoccupied with other things.
Right.
So we can concentrate on her in the evening or,
Self-sufficient, going to school. Yeah. I wanted to make sure she was completely out of diapers too. I'm like, I don't want to do 2 diapers at the same time.
Yeah, I did that for a while. It was not fun. Definitely. It definitely makes that a lot easier. Have you picked out names and things like that? Or is that all settled?
We already thought about it, but we will share it once.
Keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We just we had an idea and a list for girls and for boys. And once we realized it was a boy, we kind of narrowed it down. So
yeah. I'll tell you that it's going to be something classic once again.
Of course.
I love it. Well, before we wrap up, like I said, I would love to get your thoughts on your fellow 90-day couples that are on the show. What do you think about their storylines? If they're going to make it. So let's start with Jenny and Sumit. What do you think about them, about how he told his parents that they were married? What was kind of your reaction there?
Honestly, I've always loved Jenny and Sumit. I just feel like they're such a sweet couple, and I have always rooted for them. But his parent, family thing, I understand how it is with the family, but I'm just
a very strange love they have.
Yeah. I mean, if he really loves her, he appears to, I feel like he should just...
Well, it seems like it.
Not listen to his family, because when you allow your family to intervene too much, it just can really get in your head,
Yes.
Kim and Usman.
I just think that Usman is a attention seeker.
Yeah.
And he's just picking up, women, that are just to get attention on him.
I feel like Kim is genuinely like a really sweet person and just wants to be in love. And I feel like he maybe mistreats her.
I think he's just like a good like with his words and stuff. Like, and he just like plays. He's a player. He's a player for older women. You know, like I think it's not really gonna work out.
Yeah. You think he's gonna break her heart?
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Angela and Michael?
Angela and Michael.
I love Angela so much.
Yeah, Angela.
She's my absolute favorite.
Angela's a firecracker.
She's hilarious.
That's for sure. But Michael, you like it's not gonna work out because it's been too many years.
Yeah,
on
I feel like she's doing herself a disservice because she's missing all that time with, she could be with someone that is with her actually in person, and I feel like she's missing out on that. And I feel like she could find, not that Michael's not a great person. I think he's so sweet, but the circumstances, it's hard for him, to get here in America and stuff. So I don't know.
No, he's very, very sweet, and like Angela, the way they will not work because it's losing time, and she needs to stay here. She has her kids, she has her grandkids, and she will not change that for any man. I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. What about Big Ed and Liz?
Small Ed, you mean, and Liz? Let's not confuse that, because like that, I don't like to be, like entertaining somebody's like wicked mind, like that I'm big, or small, You're small and that's what it is. But what do I think? I think it's just again, it's like another attention seeker. I think he'll do anything to get like some attention on his ass, and like have never been a fan of him since he treated that his first girlfriend like how the way he treated her. He was nasty, and like I don't like when you just like
very nasty to her. But I don't know. I'm interested honestly to see their story unfold, because I wouldn't pick those two and put them together. If you saw them in a crowd, I wouldn't. But you never know.
Yeah. Just a couple more. Shaida and Bilal.
Shaida and Bilal, from the past season, I just think the guy really, really has like some, like, what is he? He's either very secretive or he's like very strange guy. Like, I don't understand like his where he comes from. He's like I think he thinks like he's a philosopher or something, like because he speaks like so highly of himself, and he really thinks like he would sell anything to anybody.
He's a salesman.
I don't think he's that good as he thinks.
Mm-hmm. And what about Jovi and Yara?
Jovi and Yara, I think they're a couple again, like a classical couple of two people that are in love, and
I feel like they're kind of similar with us with being in love and having a small child.
Yeah, they have like the same stage. They're going through the same stages, like.
They're cute. I like that.
I think they have like they're weird, both of them. Like who goes with his wife to a strip club, like, and you look at somebody's butt, like I don't understand that. But
why would you want to as a guy? Like, aren't you fulfilled already?
As a
you
woman?
have a wife.
Why would you go there as a woman?
I would not.
Yeah, like why would you go there? Like, but that's up to them. Like if you like it, you can do your thing, and if you like to experiment over there, you can do it.
Whatever floats your boat. Well, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Good luck with the rest of your pregnancy, and I hope you have a safe and healthy delivery. Thank you both.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below, and visit usmagazine.com.